He sees himself a thin, rumpled, mischievous boy, the son of a cathedral deacon in a God-forsaken little town. Morning Mass. The right choir stand is chock full of amateurs, comprising the church choir slapped together by the minister's son, home from the seminary for the Easter break. All of them stand before a Revief, as if alive. The first tenor, the junior post office clerk in a brand new uniform, white gloves stuffed behind the lapel, dazzles everyone with his pomaded head and smells of floral cologne. He sings somewhat nasally in a strongly vibrating voice, and when he performs the solo, he carelessly rubs his back against the wall, shuffles his feet insolently, tips his head back, and closes his eyes languorously. The choirmaster, slender, tall, and handsome, is dressed in a long coat, his gestures sophisticated to everyone's admiration, holding the tuning fork with 2 fingers, the rest sticking off to the side gracefully. He picturesquely undulates his elegantly bent right hand during the most emotional bars, and occasionally holds out his left hand in a gesture of warning or pause. His face, with raised eyebrows, assumes an increasingly surprised, frightened, and endearing expression. In the places requiring a forte, he broadly and smoothly waves both arms, shakes his head, sways with his entire body, wrinkles his nose, and menacingly frowns. Nozdrunov, the merchant's son, fat, red, his tie creeping up his neck, stares at the choirmaster with strained, bulging eyes, and even pitches forward from exaggerated attention. He has absolutely no sense of pitch, but according to the minister's son, he possesses a phenomenal bass, and thus he is used akin to a battering ram in the most deafening places. When they approach such a place, the choirmaster turns to the phenomenal bass, makes scary eyes at him, and haltingly, as if piercing someone with a sword, stretches the hand with the tuning fork in his direction. Then Nozdrunov, all crimson, with bulging veins on his forehead and trembling lips, emits a roar, drowning out the entire choir. Little Alushka sits in the front row. He never takes his happy, devoted eyes off the choirmaster's face, and has almost no time to glance at the crowd filling the church, which from above looks like a countless multitude of heads, lights, and similar joyous, bright faces. The Mass ends. The clerk, followed by the choir, leave the church and go to bless the cheeses and Easter cakes arranged in rows in the church proper. The blinding, dazzling spring morning greets everyone leaving the church merrily and unexpectedly. The blue sky, the young grass, the fragrant buds on the trees, the excited shouting of sparrows in the graveyard, all this resurrects in the tired Alushka the sense of holiday, momentarily slumped from fatigue. He sings loudly with the choir, barely perceiving other voices through the triumphant ringing of the bells, and at the same time feels the gaze of the crowd, and thus preserves on his face the careworn, even somewhat gloomy expression of a man carrying out a difficult, important, and serious mission. The following day he has to run to the belfry and ring. It's an old established tradition, which allows anyone to ring the bell during the first 3 days of Easter. Otherwise it's not truly Easter. The stairs leading through the levels of the belfry are dark, dusty, and so steep, Alushka's legs tremble by the time he finally makes it up. Clutching the banister with his chilled fingers, he looks down. Ooh, how scary, how merry, and how incredible. The houses look small and brand new, the way he'd never seen them before. The swifts dash through the air below his feet with halting, joyous shrieks, and the startled pigeons circle above, their wings gleaming. The entire belfry shakes from the ceaseless ringing. One could shout and never hear his own voice. All these sensations are mixed so strangely and beautifully, he cannot figure out what rings, what shines, and what loves. The blue sky, the bells, or the child's soul intoxicated by delight.